The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, the Cubs beat the evil Brewers again. 4-3 and coming back down 3-1. Coming back from behind again. 3-run top of the ninth. That's the Cubs beat the evil Brewers again.
So there you go. That's a nice little two-game little win streak here in Milwaukee, coming off the London series where they've struggled a little bit. I told you yesterday, embrace the roller coaster. If you're a Cubs fan, this season is going to have ups and downs and twisty flippy-doos. Embrace all of it.
Flipsy-doos. What'd you say?
A flippy-doos.
Twisty flippy-doos?
It's an official sports radio terminology.
That's what they say.
Yeah.
Thank you, Case, the producer. This is from the day before. I just had to play this audio again of David Ross after the game on Tuesday when he was upset that the Brewers closed the stadium off in the middle of the game.
They have a retractable roof there. Yeah.
And, they won the game. But this just shows from his playing days how much he hates the Brewers.
I know it's not an easy job, but there's some of the pitches that got called today just weren't even close. And so it's got to be better. They're closing the roof to get rid of the shadows late. There's a lot of bullshit that went on today that just was really frustrating.
Are they allowed to do that?
I thought it was horse shit. I don't know.
Are they allowed to do that in the middle of the game? I honestly don't know that if they're allowed to do that, but they did it.
Well, retractable roofs, it's not a quick process to close them.
No,
it actually takes some time.
I think
It's
it takes
not
about-
just like a car window.
Do they pause the game when that happens, or are they allowed to just keep going to the roll? I was curious.
Instead of pulling over the side of the road and close your sunroof, they had to it takes about, I think, a good 10 minutes.
You just keep playing.
Yeah.
I guess Kinsey brings up an interesting point. It's not like anyone's at risk of getting their head chopped off by the roof closing. There's no reason they should stop playing.
They don't evacuate. They don't do anything. Why do they just keep playing?
Yeah, but the lowest bidder built the roof. So, there's a chance it could come crumbling
but
down.
everyone's still in there. Again, it's not like you have to leave the stadium when they close it, so what's the difference?
If the stadium collapses, being in the dugout isn't going to be different than being on the dirt.
Yeah.
That's a great point by Kinsey. Hadn't really thought of that.
Why would we stop the game? Don't you feel like the world is full of unnecessary precautions?
I
All
think
the time.
It could be distracting to the pitcher or the batter at the time, too, the roof closing in the middle of it. I think that could be something.
I don't know if it's quiet or not. It could have one of those, for just 10 minutes. That would be obnoxious.
They're going to pull like a lawnmower.
Whatever. Most of the stadiums don't have retractable roofs, and it's loud out, and clouds go in front of the sun. There's things that change all the time. It starts to rain.
I'm siding with Grandpa Ross on this one. It's just ridiculous.
They should have just done it before. They should have been on it. But I don't know. I just felt like they could have played through the roof closing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Well, it's too bad the White Sox didn't have a roof because they had to postpone yesterday's game from the rain, which also put a quell on everybody getting rid of the rest of their fireworks last night. I didn't hear one firework last night at all. Did you hear any in Elgin?
No.
Yeah, the rain, the thunderstorms.
People do not care about America on the 5th. They are just over it.
It was God's thunderstorms last night, God's fireworks.
He cleaned it all out. Amen.
So a doubleheader today starting at 4:10, gates open at 3, and they're back-to-back game doubleheaders, so about 45 minutes in between games. If you love baseball, hey, you like the White Sox, go.
That's exciting.
Speaking of the White Sox, Lewis Robert Jr. now earned the number 1 seed in the MLB Home Run Derby coming up next week. He's got 25 home runs this season, third most in Major League Baseball, second most in the American League, trailing only Shohei Ohtani. So the best player in baseball pretty much there. He's only trailing him. You think the White Sox have a better record with all this stuff he's got going on?
It's a team sport. He's only one guy out of 9 in the batting order.
Sure. So that'll be pretty amazing. He averaged 406 feet per home run this season.
That's a great stat.
Yeah.
Does that sound impressive, Kenzie? I know yesterday we had some controversy over 62 hot dogs not sounding like a lot.
It doesn't. It just
406 feet doesn't sound good?
400 how many?
406?
406?
Does it matter on the 6?
Yeah, it does. Is it a high 4 or low 4? It's impressive. It's almost 100 more feet if it's high 4.
Okay, let's see how it comes. His average is 4,323 feet per home run this season.
That sounds high.
Yeah, that's big. That's big.
That sounds good.
Yeah.
But 400 not doing it for you?
I don't know. Feet aren't very big. My feet are small. So I don't know. 400 of those.
Not your feet.
That would just give me to the hot dog stand.
Not Kenzie's feet.
It appears the Bulls.
What is that, like 400 yards? Yards are so stupid. I'm so mad about that.
What about the Bulls, Brian?
The Bulls did something with Lonzo Ball. It appears they made a decision. So they will probably apply for a designated player exemption for Lonzo Ball. What that means is Lonzo Ball hasn't played in almost 2 years at this point, and he's already said he's not going to play next year. He's owed $20 million. What a bust, what a joke. But what that does is give them a roster spot that they can pay that roster spot up to half of Lonzo Ball's salary, which would be $10 million. But it's not going to help.
Would you destroy your knee, tear cartilage, tear your meniscus, tear your ACL, whatever, for $20 million?
I have a better question.
Okay.
Is he lying? Is he lying about the pain?
No, I think he's actually hurt. There's just no motivation for him to recover. Why would he speed up that rehab process? He's living the life right now.
But it can't take years. I mean, I understand he's got a bad injury, but he came through it, and now it's all verbally saying, he's saying, I'm in pain. I can't play. And it's another year? You're telling me, I'm not sure what I'm having for lunch next week. He can't decide whether he's going to play basketball in 4 months or 6 months or 8 months. I'm done the whole year. The whole year, I'm done next year. I can't play.
Maybe his girl, because he's got a baby with his child. Maybe with his child, he's got a. No, he doesn't.
I hope he's 80. I hope he's 80.
Yeah, he's got a child with his girl. Maybe she doesn't want him to play anymore. Maybe he was a cheater. And I'm just riffing.
You might be on something here.
She doesn't want him on the road. She doesn't want him playing. And maybe during this pain break, their relationship was better than ever. He spent time with the child. He's like, how about I just make an insane amount of money and don't play?
I think you're right. I think he does not want to play. I don't think he has the eye of the tiger. I think he's sure had an injury, and maybe he's a little hurt. You got to play through that pain. You got to be a lunch pail guy. You got to be first in the gym, last to leave.
His knee's destroyed. He can barely walk.
Well, then retire and don't take the money. Then just stop taking the 20 mil.
Okay, all right. When you blow your voice out, and we're giving you the option of, hey, you want to play through it or retire, you're not just gonna say, oh, I'll take the money.
You know me. I'm going to fight through it with the voice. I'm fighting through Sudafed voice today, okay? I'm here today.
Sudafed voice sounds like a band I would like.
You literally have a cold that is so different, and you're so dramatic and annoying.
But I'm not taking that money. I want to earn my dollars. I want to earn them.
You would take the money.
I wouldn't.
Tell me about this dolphin thing. I don't know what the story is.
So Patrick Mahomes' wife, Brittany, is incredibly cringy. You've seen things go about of her online. She's just annoying as hell. I hate her. However, I think Peter's being a little bit hard on her. She swam with a dolphin, put it up on social media, and now they say she's going to kill all the dolphins on Earth pretty much.
And who's saying this?
PETA.
PETA. Oh, PETA. Okay.
I think they said Peter. I don't know. Who is Peter?
PETA, the ethical treatment of animals, the people for ethical treatment of animals. There's probably a Peter in PETA, I'm sure, and he gets confused all the time.
Peter is going at her. I'm like, ooh.
But she's getting all this backlash. Now, again, she's annoying, but if you hug a dolphin, Kenzie, you're posting it on social media. Have you ever hugged a dolphin?
I've never hugged one. I've swam with dolphins in like the ocean in Mexico.
Really?
But I don't know.
You getting this case?
Yes.
All right.
Are you not allowed to do that? Are you not allowed to swim next to dolphins?
Apparently, if you touch a dolphin.
Didn't touch it.
Are you sure?
Did not touch it.
What if a
They
dolphin?
are slippery suckers. There's not a chance. I don't know if you've been near a dolphin.
I haven't. You have. I mean, did they want to come near you? And you said, no. I don't want to bother your whole life
they'll,
cycle.
Swim around you, and like you get to like swim and see them like in the same water. But I didn't touch it. You're not supposed to touch them.
You're not supposed to touch them because,
what happens?
Well, it affects their whole. It can kill them. It can kill everything. Their whole relationship with their other dolphin family. You're not supposed to touch dolphins.
Smelling like another woman.
That's right. That's right.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Q101, Brian and Kenzie. I want to give a shout out. We love all our crew members. You're all family to us. And John Funk checking in from 630 that his mom, shout out to Mama Funk. She's back in the hospital downtown dealing with what they call a blast crisis from leukemia.
Yeah, said she's been battling 3 different kind of cancers, actually.
I mean, everybody in her life has had cancer affect them in their family. My mom's a breast cancer survivor. I have sister-in-law fought breast cancer. My mother-in-law is fighting breast cancer. It's unreal the amount of people in your life end up getting affected by this stuff. So I think everybody can relate. And send a little prayer out there for Mama Funk.
We are thinking of you guys.
Yep, sending this song out to your mama here, a song kind of appropriate about fighting through things in life, and it's not about money. You know, life is about the moments and just going through it and fighting every day. It's our local guys rise against here with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
You can't defeat her. She's too powerful.
Clash with Kenzie.
the battle begin.
Q101.
Let's go. Northside Nick going to take on Kenzie for Jim Jeffries tickets. But remember, everybody should stay put. If you want to go see this hilarious show at the Chicago Theater, if Kenzie wins, you still got a chance at the tickets. But let's see what Northside Nick has to offer. Ahoy, Nick. Tell us something really quick about yourself.
Oh, well, I'm just a pipe fitter. Used to be from the north side. Now we got married and out in the burbs.
So Northside Nick doesn't hold any water.
Nah, well, I still have property there. I mean, I still got the house, so.
Well, where on the north side are you talking about?
Norwood Park, if you're
Okay.
familiar.
Yeah, and then where do you go? Where are you now?
Now out in Wheaton.
Oh, I don't like the way you said Wheaton.
Well, yeah. Unincorporated, though, so we save on the taxes.
Oh, good deal.
Okay, I have a question. What does a pipe fitter do?
Well, that's exactly why we say that, because no one knows.
Okay.
Can't ever have to help anyone. But I do commercial HVAC. That's what we do. So.
Okay, yeah, for sure.
All right.
That's delightfully vague. I really don't know what any of that means.
No, I don't know either.
Sounds like you're a bookie.
Yeah.
That's what it sounds like to me. All right, here we go. Northside Nick. We'll keep that name intact, even though you're in unincorporated Wheaton right now. First one to 5 wins. Listen very carefully. If Kenzie gets one wrong, you can steal a point. She can do the same with you. Call heads or tails on the count of 3. 1, 2, 3, call it.
Heads.
It is heads. Finally, after 2 weeks, Kenzie loses a coin toss.
Ew.
Unbelievable. Are you ready,
All
Nick?
right. Absolutely.
Nick, who was Barack Obama's vice president?
That would be Joe Biden.
Joe Biden is right. Kenzie, a pigskin is another name for what sports accessory?
A football.
A football is right. Back to Nick. What zodiac sign are you if you were born today, July 6th?
Cancer.
Cancer's right. Good job, Nick.
Nick, how do you know that?
Shout out to my best friend. We had one girl in school back in the day. She used to always talk to us. My best friend's July 15th back in school. That's why I knew that one. I know no other ones.
What is your sign?
Well, mine is Aries. Other than that, I couldn't even tell you my wife's.
A
I think
little
she's a
fiery,
Gemini.
feisty Aries, Nick. I like it.
All right, 2-1, back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, the invasion of Normandy took place in what country?
Germany?
Not Germany. Nick, do you know?
Was that Japan?
It was not Japan. That would be France.
France. That's what it was. Yeah,
Yes.
Okay. There we go.
Back to Nick.
Yes.
Terrible.
Nick, what app did Instagram launch in an effort to compete with Twitter just this week?
Ooh, I just heard this.
3.
Trend?
Trend is not right. Kenzie.
Threads.
Threads is
Right.
right.
That's what it is.
Very close, Nick.
Follow Q101 Chicago on Threads today. Let's see your tie game.
Yes, and back to Kenzie.
Kenzie, what famous rapper's real name is Christopher Wallace?
Oh, Biggie.
Biggie. That's right. Notorious B.I.G.
I thought you were going to mess me up. I really thought you were going to find Logic's real name because I said that yesterday, so I was skewing towards that. But okay, we're good.
Nick, where in your body is the patella? The patella.
That would be your arm?
It is not your arm. Kenzie? The patella. Where is it?
Isn't it the top of your knee?
It is in your knee. That's right. Kenzie's got 4.
It's back to her, too. She can win with the correct answer.
Oh, boy. Kenzie,
Yeah.
Malibu, Nitro, Zap, and Gemini were just some of the featured players on what 1990s competition show?
Wait. Okay, wait. So, can you say that again?
Malibu, Nitro, Zap, and Gemini were just some of the featured players on what 1990s competition show?
American Gladiator.
That's right.
Are you
That's
serious?
right. Exactly
I've never
right.
seen it.
Crushed it.
Yeah.
Wow.
You would have got
Crushed
that.
it.
You would have got that, right, Nick?
Absolutely.
That was a shot in the dark.
She
Sorry, Nick.
got it all. I couldn't,
Well, listen.
Oh, wow.
You did a good job,
All
though,
right.
Nick. You have fun?
Yeah, it was great. It was great.
Sorry,
So much
Nick.
fun.
Sorry,
Lay
Nick.
that pipe, though, or fit it, or whatever you do.
Yeah.
The Q101 Morning Crew's Clash with Kenzie.
On Q101.
So we still have those Jim Jeffries tickets.
God bless the baby.
312-591-8300. Caller 10 gets those tickets because we don't let Kenzie keep those.
Nope.
He will be at the Chicago Theater Saturday, October 21st. Outback presents the show, and Q101's Brian and Kenzie gets you there.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
All right, we already got our winner of the tickets for Jim Jeffries at Chicago Theater and Clash with Kenzie. She wins again, so everybody had a chance. So congratulations to our winner. And don't worry, though. Brian and Kenzie, Q101 here coming up in 20 minutes. We launch Ticket Blitz Thursday. Starts at 8. Riot Fest tickets. Love it. And we talk about Riot Fest so much. It's one of the it is the best festival in the world, without question. I'm not saying that being a homer. It just is. Every time you go, the bands, the lineup they do, no one gets a lineup like that. They have surpassed Lollapalooza in that world without question. Lollapalooza is kind of morphed into something else, but we still love it. But Riot Fest is kind of like ours. It just feels like ours.
I riot.
Yeah, Riot. Exactly. You got Foo Fighters, you've got The Cure, you've got Queens of the Stone Age, you've got Death Cab for Cutie, you got Turnstile. So 8 a.m., we launch it then every hour all day today through Lauren, through Brian Phillips' show. You got those tickets coming up for that. New study found that we're more attracted to people who look like us. This is a big survey of thousands of people through dating apps and who they ended up picking in the pictures they look at. It's kind of like looking in the mirror and going like, boy, if that just had some breasts, I'd love that, right?
Yikes.
Maybe you'd say something different. I
You
don't know.
think?
I don't know, possibly. But do people say you and your husband look alike, Kenzie?
I've gotten that before. Not initially, but maybe we've morphed more into each other. Who knows?
That's what I think happens. Because people said that I don't think me and Megan look anything alike.
You guys look identical.
See, I don't see that. Now, when we smile, people say we kind of look alike. That's a disservice to her, by the way, for saying that.
You guys look related for sure.
That's right.
But
Wow.
then later, but the thing is, couples look good together when they do kind of look alike because you have complementary features. So I feel like every time somebody's like, oh, you look good together, like my husband and I get that, you and Megan get that. But then not long later, people are like, you look alike.
Yeah, which, I mean, it's a compliment, I guess, in a way, because you're right. When you first start dating, I don't think it happens right away. But then, kind of like people say, look like their dogs eventually. You know what I mean? Like, you become so similar somehow. You're seen together enough, I think, that you look alike. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
My husband's very good at, it's funny, if he sees my outfit and he doesn't like match or coordinate so it's not super clashy, he'll go change.
Oh, no.
He always asks me, and I don't make him, I never thought about that. That hasn't happened in my history, but he'll be like, oh, you're wearing black? Okay. And he'll like go change his shirt. It's funny. I love it though.
He wants to not look like you at all.
No, he goes and makes it like more complimentary.
More complimentary. If it clashes anyway, yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I mean,
sweet.
This was a pretty big study, and it showed, the majority of people found that we're more attracted to people who look like us. I don't know if people said it about you guys, the crew members out there, if you're like us. Oh, you look just like, you guys are your brother and sister or whatever.
If you stand next to anybody long enough, you look like them. We got 2 eyes, mouth, and nose. Like, yeah.
That's it? There's just not many changes from that?
There's really not. Everybody's got like a lot of the same action going on.
I mean, Case, the producer, has a mustache. I mean, I don't think anybody would mistake you looking like him.
You could still look alike, though. You look like the boy and girl version of each other, though.
We should do an experiment. You take a picture with Case every day until people start saying you guys look alike.
I swear to God, and give it like a year if you were like, you guys look like brother and sister.
I don't know. Check in if that's something that people say to you all the time. I'm curious if this is an accurate study. But if people say you look like your partner, if you look like your person there, because according to the research, it's true. And it's not a bad thing. It's just it's just weird in a way.
I don't know.
Well, check it out. Hit us up.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.
Well, every morning at this time, Brian and Kenzie's newsman, Gil Curtis, comes in and gives you the headlines, at least what he sees fit of the day.
This is not headline news. Experts say most of that Chinese spy balloon was American-made. I always wondered what was in the espionage aisle at Party City. Subway says it will now slice its deli meat daily so it's fresher. However, they promise to continue to serve tuna salad in an ice cream scooper. The Secret Service is investigating a bag of cocaine that was found in the White House. No one believes it was President Biden's because his speeches never run long. And Heather Locklear was seen acting erratically in Malibu. The case is being investigated by the Malibu PD's Heather Locklear unit. This is not headline news.
The Q101 Morning Crew.
On Q101.